So, just as you're fooling around, doing something so you don't need to listen to me, this is learning how to use Explain Everything. So when you first open it up, you get this screen here. This just shows you all the files and stuff that are being worked on or things that are being backed up. Whoops. Click on up here. Let me see if this works. Hey, look at that. You see this little plus sign right here? Okay, that brings you to make a new file. Then you have a bunch of templates right here. They're just the color schemes. It's just a basic color scheme. I like using the black background because kids find it a little easier to watch. Like the white background, it hurts their eyes after a while. So I just stick with this one. So then you can click on it, and it brings you over to a screen that looks like this. Okay, this screen is the workspace that you have. It's essentially just like a whiteboard. Okay, think of it like a whiteboard. Okay, and all the tools they have will help you just kind of maneuver and manipulate it. So up on the side here, up at the top, right here, you have select. So that just means you can select different elements that you make, and I'll show you how to do that in a second. You've got a pen tool here, so you can click on that, and you can draw arrows. You can write whatever you do with a pen. There's a shape tool you can use to make shapes. Oh, look, that's an arrow. It's a really big arrow. There's the writing tool that you use to write words down. There's other things. You can insert pictures. Like when I got this iPad, it had a embarrassing selfie that Chaffee had taken at some point. So you could just put it there. You could resize that and post it up. I was skulking in the background like I always do in Chaffee's class. And there's a bunch of other things that I won't get into because they're a little more advanced options, like the undo, redo, zoom in and out. If you hit this one right here, it hides the bars. Actually, you can't tell because I took a screenshot just so you can see it. But it makes pretty much everything go away, so you just have a blank space. So at the bottom, there is the area where you can move between slides. You can add new slides. You can record talking. Like right now as we're talking, I'm going through this kind of fast, and I'm standing here at the podium because I'm turning this presentation, what I'm saying to you right now, into an Explain Everything video that I'll share with you guys afterwards, which will help you figure it out on your own. So it's recording what I'm talking about. You can see right here at the very bottom, the time's going on because that is counting the recording that it has so far. And you can stop recording, you play, you can rewind. Who misses rewinding things, the VHS tapes? I do. And then the timeline things, that again, there's more advanced features that I won't go into right now. But so essentially, everything, you just make different slides, kind of like a PowerPoint presentation, and then you can maneuver between the slides using this area down here at the very bottom to move through them. Mensa I know has had them problem solve, so they do group tasks together, and then they sit there and record and talk about and explain the strategies that they used, or make an Explain Everything video just explaining the strategies that they use so that, you know, she can get a mark on it, and it's not just like a paper being handed in. She can actually hear them talk about and point out different aspects to it. It's a little more interactive, and you get a little bit more content from the kids. Move on to the next slide. The last part of the menu that I'll talk about is just at the very bottom. I don't know if the podium's blocking it here, but it's in the bottom corner. You can look on your screen, and that's where you can export the movie. So you don't have to make it a movie. You can just save it as different files, like different pictures. So if you wanted to share it like on the internet or something, just in picture form, or take one slide out, you could. The save button, that's really important. Okay, the save button is the folder with the arrow pointing up on it, right at the bottom here. You just type in whatever name you want to save it to. You hit save, and it saves it to, oh, I don't have it, but it saves it onto the iPad. Those files can't be taken off. Like if they're working on a project, it's saved to the iPad, and you can't export it until they're finished. Okay, so if it's a working document that the kids are working on, it's on the iPad. The kids can only take off and save and give to you finished copies of their work. Okay, something to consider when you're having them do work with iPads. That's why it works well working on things that they're doing immediately. If you're using this on like a grander scale for like a bigger project, the prep work, getting them to do rough work and outlines is a lot more important, because it utilizes their time on organizing, planning, and figuring things out before they use the iPad, and so they don't need it for as long. The export movie is how the kids can take it off the iPad. Right now, the easiest way to do this is to just click on movie to camera roll. Brings you to this screen, and you just hit that button and it saves it onto the iPad, like as if you were taking a video on the iPad. It'll be in that right here where the photos are. Yeah. So again, it'll just be like the exported video is right down here at the bottom. It just saves it in with all the other pictures. You see Choppy again, his beautiful face. And so that's the app, Explain Everything. So what you need to do, you can do in the next 5 minutes, is make an Explain Everything video, and you're going to think of ideas on how you can use this in your math class. Okay? And if you're not teaching math, maybe help out some people, because it's always good to have other perspectives. It might lend a few ideas that you wouldn't necessarily have.